Hello and welcome to An Evening in Jackson. I'm your host, Kristi Turnbow. We're filming live tonight at Serra of Jackson. You know, An Evening in Jackson is your newest source for events and entertainment, plus food, fun, and fashion, and to let you know all about your city and the people, places, and things that make it what it is. Tonight I've got two very special guests. We have Mr. Sam Hamady, who is the owner of Serra of Jackson and newly acquired Serra of Bartlett. And then we also have Dave Bratcher, the president of the Star Center. We're so glad that you could join us tonight, and we look be back in just a moment.
At First Bank, this is what we want for our customers and our community.
We put family first.
We want our community to be first.
We put our schools first.
We put our business community first.
We put our online banking first.
We put our customers first.
We're a bank that puts you first.
We want you to know what we stand for at First Bank.
We put you first at First Bank. Visit one of our locations today.
First Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of West Tennessee. Every day, people walk through these doors to selflessly help others, to give without expecting anything in return. So where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of Lifeline, our community's blood bank, where we all come together to help each other, and the American spirit thrives.
Ask what you can do for your country.
In a world where savings is king, one name reigns. Serra of Jackson and the Summer Blockbuster Sales Event featuring the 2019 Buick Encore. Your price, $17,999. Also starring the all-new body style GMC Sierra Crew Cab. Your price, $33,999. And introducing the 2019 GMC Terrain with up to 18% off, and 2019 GMC Acadia with up to 17% off. Experience the feel-good event of the summer. Now showing at Serra of Jackson. One destination, so many choices.
And welcome back to An Evening in Jackson. We're live tonight at Serra of Jackson, right on the bypass. Your home for so many choices and two now great destinations. It's being brought to you by E+ Broadband. My first guest tonight is Mr. Dave Bratcher. Hi, Dave.
What's going on, Kristi?
I'm so glad you're here.
As am I.
Thank you so much. So we're going to let people know a little bit about you. So you are the president of the Star Center.
I am.
You're also a fellow Rotarian.
I am. Of the Jackson Rotary Club.
Of the Jackson Rotary Club, and a past president.
I am.
And you are also on several boards here in town. Mm-hmm. You're very engaged and very passionate about Jackson. Mm-hmm. But tell us a little bit about the Star Center.
You know, the Star Center was a story like so many other stories that happen all across the nation. And that is a mom and a dad that had two kiddos that started to lose their eyesight. And so just like any other mom and dad, they moved heaven and earth to try to find help for George and Angela. And that was in 1988. They found a group in California that was doing some work in the area of technology for vision. They didn't want to move to California, so they chose to stay here in West Tennessee. They leveraged the relationships. They brought much needed resources to rural West Tennessee so that moms and dads aren't forced to leave as they once were. And so in '88, we served two individuals. In 2018, we served over 2,600.
Isn't that amazing?
You know, it is. And the real reason that we were able to do it is because this community reinvest in this community.
Right, and it does. And I think that's one of the greatest things about Jackson. But talking about the Star Center and how it started with the mom and dad and the two kids. Yeah. And now how many counties? It's over 20-something counties that you guys serve?
Absolutely. We are regularly in all the rural counties of West Tennessee. We are occasionally in Shelby County, depending on what the need is.
Right.
And just recently, the state asked us if we could cover 40 counties in Middle Tennessee in the area of assistive technology. This is brand new. As I like to say, we are painting the ship as we sail. And what it is, it's a testimony, not to me, not to somebody that's there now, but it's a testimony of doing the right thing, stepping up, filling a gap over and over and over and over again, and somebody going, you know what, I think they can do a little bit more,
Right.
and that's what we're doing.
Well, and also y'all's vision statement and just the whole power behind what the Star Center is based on. Can you share that with our audience as well, just in case somebody might not understand exactly what you guys do?
I think for when you've been around 31 years, you just assume everybody knows
Right.
who you are. And the fact of the matter is, ask any new politician. Their name ID is almost zero.
Right.
And so we always assume nobody knows who we are, what we
Right.
do, and we try to tell them. So our mission statement, which guides everything that we do, is to help any person with any disability realize their potential. And so we do lots of things, but what we try to get folks to remember is if somebody in your life, in your family, in your church, across the street,
Right.
presents with a disability, they just need to call us.
And it can be any type of disability. Can you mention some of the disabilities that you guys, because I know there's so many different levels.
I mean, certainly. You've got everything from someone who is 35 years old and life to that point had
Right.
been fairly normal, and they have a stroke.
Right.
And life from that point on is not normal.
It's changed forever.
Correct. You could have someone that was born with Downs. You could have someone with an autism diagnosis. You could have someone with some type of mental health challenge in addition to
Right.
some kind of developmental or intellectual disability. And so that's why we don't get super specific, because we never want anybody to think the Star Center's not for me.
Right.
Because it might be.
Right, and it can help so many different people of all different ages. And the one thing that I think is so impressive is how y'all find so many different ways for these people to go on and have such a fulfilling life, and finding them not just the things that y'all can do at the center, but helping them find job placement and things like that.
No, that's exactly right. And let me say, Sarah is one of our business partners.
Right.
In stepping up and saying, we believe that just because you have a disability doesn't mean that you're not able to add value to our business.
Right.
And multiple times Sam has stepped up and said yes in situations where we needed somebody to step up and say yes.
Right.
We had a story just yesterday, 5 years ago, homeless, living under a bridge in Nashville, Tennessee, loses both legs, drug addicted, now clean. And for the first time, he looked at one of our team members yesterday and said, not only are you proud of me, but for the first time in a long time, I'm proud of me. That's what Star's doing each and
Right.
every day.
And that's so amazing. So I'm so glad that y'all are here in Jackson. Just another one of the most amazing things that's right here in Jackson. The Star Center has several events throughout the year for the community, like you said, to reinvest into the Star Center and to give back. But one of your biggest fundraisers is coming up, and it'll be here before we know it. And as I was a part of it one year,
You were.
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
It's coming up October 16th.
October 17th.
Oh, 17th, okay.
Yeah, the dress rehearsal. It will be on the 16th.
Okay.
We're doing a full dress rehearsal now because it's gotten so big. It's gotten to be such a production.
And it is.
And can I just tell you, sometimes in the fundraising business, you have a gift delivered to you. Now, we did have to accept it, and we did. But Dancing with the Stars has been a trajectory-changing event for us, and one that we literally think about 12 months out of the year.
Well, and you have to, because like you said, it is such a big production. This year it's going to be at the fairgrounds again.
It is.
I know 2 or 3 years ago when I was a part of it, it was at the Country Club. And you guys had sold out that year, and you had so many people begging for more tickets. And so this year, how many tables have you guys already sold? Because I know you said there's still tickets available.
There are still tickets available. As of this afternoon when I left the office, we had sold 75 tables.
Isn't that amazing?
It all depends on how many we have left. The fundraiser in me says as many as we can sell.
Right.
The fire marshal would have a different answer, and certainly we don't want John Robert at the fairgrounds to get in trouble. But anytime you can create an event in which more people want to be there than can get in,
right,
that's a great event.
Yeah.
And
it goes to such a great cause.
It does, but let me just tell you, it's the dancers. It's the folks who get the phone call that say, I've got a great idea. I want you to dance.
Right.
Well, I've never danced before. No, I know that, and neither has pretty much anybody else.
Right.
But they say yes because of what we're doing with those
well,
funds.
That's why I said yes.
It's exactly right. And look, it's a great show. It is
and it's so much fun.
It is the event that folks look forward to coming to, and as somebody that's been a part of a lot of events,
right?
There's never any of that reminding folks why they should because of what you did for them right yesterday,
right,
and trying to leverage up some favor to try to sell one more table.
Right.
There's none of that that's happening, and
people are begging and clawing. And so you guys are going to sell tickets for the dress rehearsal as well?
You know, we're not.
Okay.
And the main reason is because we want the first time that folks see the dancers and the routine to be surprised. So no cell phones. We collect all the cell phones during dress rehearsal.
Okay.
There's no photos, no videos. And it's just an opportunity to wow Jackson and really to say thank you for 31 years of really being able to provide hope, provide a future, provide an opportunity that so many didn't think they had any longer.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And I know I'm looking forward to it. So I made sure I wanted to be on that reservation list last year and getting my table. So I hope, you know, y'all keep selling all those tables.
We're going to.
And that y'all, you know, continue to build such an amazing event. I have just a minute or so left with you. So I want to get to know Dave just a little bit more personally, even though we're friends. But do you have a favorite quote that you live by?
You know, one of the go-tos for me is a quote from John Maxwell, and he says that everything rises and falls on leadership. And
that's a very true statement.
And you know how true it is. We see it over and over and over again.
Right.
And it's not the leadership where I sit up top and I bark out orders all day, or somebody else sits on top and reminds everybody that they're in charge. I like to tell folks all the time, if I have to remind you that I'm in charge, we've got a problem. And so leadership really is about serving the bottom of the traditional org chart. But everything rises and falls on leadership.
Favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert would have to be anything sweet.
Anything sweet.
I like to tell my wife that I didn't like desserts until we got married. That may not be true.
Okay.
Banana pudding, ice cream sundaes, brownies, a la mode.
Just all of it.
Anything with chocolate, I'm in.
Okay. One other quick question I have for you. What's the one thing? I know you're a native Jacksonian.
Sure.
But what is the one thing that you love about Jackson?
Our people. Our people are the thing that makes Jackson what it is. And as long as our people continue to invest here, like Sam, like many of our board members, like Rotary,
right,
we're going to get a return. And it's going to be a little bit better tomorrow than it was today. And as long as that equation works,
right,
Jackson will remain what it is.
Well, I thank you so much for being my guest tonight.
Absolutely.
And An Evening in Jackson will be right back.
At First Bank, this is what we want for our customers and our community.
We put family first.
We want our community to be first.
We put our schools first.
We put our business community first.
We put our online banking first.
We put our customers first.
We're a bank that puts you first.
We want you to know what we stand for at First Bank.
We put you first at First Bank. Visit one of our locations today.
First Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When you're looking for the best deals in West Tennessee, it's Destination Sarah. Sarah Bartlett and Sarah Jackson have combined factory incentives and Sarah discounts to save you thousands on over 1,200 vehicles. We're your straight shot to beating any other dealer's price. Straight Shot 2019 Malibu, your price $17,995. Straight Shot 19 Equinox, your price $21,722. Straight Shot all new Chevy Tahoe, save up to $7,000. Your destination for savings is Sarah Bartlett and Sarah Jackson.
Throughout its history, Jackson, Tennessee has been a leader in manufacturing, education, transportation, utility service, and more. But the key to Jackson's future, full gig fiber-to-the-home infrastructure, E-plus broadband. Innovative applications, fastest connectivity, revolutionizing everything. JA's fiber network offers Jackson unlimited capacity for any future bandwidth demands. Connectivity, heavy internet usage, the best reliability. Jackson, Tennessee, not just a gig city, an innovation city.
It's still hard to think that your child had cancer. The thought of them not being here, it was terrifying.
Going through treatment for cancer can be quite difficult for patients. That's why platelets are so vital.
When he would get the platelets, he would perk right up. Just so thankful that somebody had taken the time out of their day to donate platelets.
Please help give them hope and the strength to carry on. Donate platelets.
At First Bank, this is what we want for our customers.
And welcome back to An Evening in Jackson. I'm your host, Kristi Turnbow, and we're filming live tonight at Serra of Jackson, right on the bypass. We're also being brought to you by E+ Broadband. Just want to give you a big shout out and celebrate Jackson Energy Authority. They're celebrating 60 years, a 60-year anniversary for Jackson Energy Authority this year. And E+ TV6, who you're watching An Evening in Jackson on, is 15 years old this year. And isn't that amazing? We're so excited to be a part of the JEA family. I've got my next guest ready, Mr. Sam Hamady, the owner of Serra of Jackson. And very exciting.
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you, Sam. But also because you've just acquired Serra of Bartlett as well.
I did. So we're excited about it. So that gives the customer a lot of opportunities. We merged both stores. We're advertising both stores, and we merged both websites. So for somebody shopping for a vehicle, now we have over 2,000 vehicles in stock.
Isn't that amazing?
It's great. It's great.
I'm so excited that you agreed to let An Evening in Jackson come here.
I appreciate it.
But you know, the one thing that I don't feel like everybody knows, even though I know you guys, is how involved and how passionate not only you, but your entire team, your entire staff is so involved in the community. I can't think of anything that you guys don't support, from the Red Cross to the American Cancer Society. You heard Dave talking about how you step up to the plate over and over again for the Star Center. And, you know, to me, that just says so much, as you as a business owner, how much you're willing to give back to this community.
Well, you know, as a business, you can't always take from the community and the city you live in. You got to give back to the city. So we do our best to try to get involved with the city in all aspects.
Well, y'all just do an amazing job, and I personally want to thank you guys for that, because I know I'm involved in a lot of different things, and every time I've ever come and asked you guys to be, you know, to help sponsor anything, that y'all are like, yes, you know, no problem. And so that means a lot, and I just wanted people to really know that. And I think it starts with your leadership, and so I'm so thankful for that.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm very fortunate to have great employees, and that's the key to any successful business.
Right.
Without my employees, we wouldn't be successful. I got great managers and good people that work here with me. We're a team, and we're really a family.
Right.
And that's what makes us successful. And what I like about Jackson, it's a small community, and everyone knows each other.
Yes.
So I know everybody in this town.
Right.
Everybody knows my managers. You know, we got a lot of good customers that shop here, and we know everything about them. We know their kids.
Right.
We know their families, their wives, and you know, they all shop here. So it makes it a tight community, and that's what I love about Jackson.
And you're also a fellow Rotarian.
I am.
And so that's another way that we have gotten to know each other. But something about Serra of Jackson, I mean, you guys are right here on the bypass. Y'all are so easy to find. You've got the best selection. But also, you guys are open 6 days a week.
We are.
Y'all open at 8:30 every day.
Every day.
And y'all are here until the last customer.
Absolutely.
If it's 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I mean, you guys just, no matter what,
you know,
you're there.
people always say to me, what time do you close? I say, you know, the door says 8 o'clock.
Right.
But I don't think we ever leave here till 10, sometimes 11, midnight. If there's people coming in, you know, especially in the summertime when it's warm,
right,
people go home and have dinner and relax a little bit, and they wait till the sun goes down, and they come up and walk the lot and decide to buy a vehicle.
Right.
And, you know, we're going to cater to everyone. We're not going to lock the door and say, hey, we're closed. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
But no, it's great. And, you know, talking about the bypass, when we made the addition and added the flags,
right,
it made a big difference. And I'll tell you, when the flags aren't flowing, we get people calling in.
I want to know
hey,
where
how
the
come the
flags?
flag's not up?
Right.
You know, you'll be amazed. And if one of the flags, like the Tennessee flag's got to be put up a certain way, and you can flip it backwards,
right.
people notice right away. Hey, you got the flag backwards.
And they'll call and let
That's
you
right.
know.
That's right. It's nice though that people are paying attention, and it makes us feel part of the community.
Right, on a completely different level.
Absolutely.
The car business is such an exciting business because it's always something going on. You want to tell us anything exciting or something that most people may not know? I know that you and I were talking not too long ago about leases, and that was just amazing to me.
Absolutely. You know, I came from a big leasing market. Like Michigan is a big leasing market, and
Right.
a lot of the northern states do a lot of leasing. And I was amazed here that when you bring up leasing to people, they're so negative about it.
Right.
And I believe it's because they've really never been taught what leasing's all about. And we're going to start pushing leasing. Most people, when you bring up leasing, they say, well, Sam, I want to own my vehicle. But they don't realize, in all reality, when you purchase a vehicle, most of them buy their cars instead of leasing. They really don't own it. You only own it when you write a check.
Right.
So if you have a 60-month loan or 72 or 85, cars are getting more and more expensive.
Right.
So really, to be affordable, most people are getting loans for 72 months, 85 months. You really never own a car. Plus, really, nationally, people trade in every 3 years. So why not lease? They just don't understand the leasing concept. When you lease a vehicle, at the end of the lease, you can keep the car, or you can trade it in, or you can sell it.
Right.
And you're always in a new vehicle under full warranty.
I know, and that's what was so amazing to me is why would you not almost lease because it's under full warranty the entire time?
Absolutely. Plus, there's no maintenance costs.
Right.
So you're always in a new model. And let's say you bought, perfect example, the new Corvette is going to be coming out. So that model now is going away. There's not ever going to be a front engine Corvette ever built.
Really?
So they're all going to be mid-engine.
Okay.
So now, because anytime a new model comes out, the value of that car drops.
Okay.
So if you're leasing the vehicle, you don't have to worry about taking that hit. You turn the vehicle in and you switch over to the new model.
Right.
But hopefully we can start teaching people and guiding them in that direction.
And they just need to have a conversation with you and your great team
Absolutely,
here
absolutely.
at Serra of Jackson. You've been here for over 10 years now, and I want people to get to know you like I know you. And I know you talked about how much you love Jackson, you know, and being here for 10 years and how involved you guys are in the community. But I also wanted to ask you a few little personal things. What's your favorite candy bar?
You know, my favorite candy bar, I'll tell you, it's a Kit Kat.
A Kit Kat?
I like to freeze it.
Do you?
Yeah, it's so good frozen.
I've never, I know, you know, a lot of people freeze different things, but I've never heard of freezing a Kit Kat.
Oh, yeah, you got to freeze a Kit Kat. It's amazing. With a little glass of milk, that's great.
I know one of your hobbies is boating. You like the water.
I do. I love the Tennessee River. It's, you know, just like I stated, I'm from Michigan, and when I tell people that I boat on the Tennessee River, when you say river in other states, they think you're in this small little river with a canoe. You know, they don't realize how big the Tennessee River. Yeah, I think the water's relaxing, and I love the water. I've always loved the water.
You know, talking about going back to the car business for just a second, and we talk about what a great selection you guys have, and you look out on the lot and there's hundreds and hundreds of cars. I mean, y'all have Buick, GMC, you mentioned the Corvette, you have the Cadillac. I mean, it's just amazing the selection that you guys have.
And we have Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Kia. And then on the used lot, we carry all brands. What makes us different on the used car side, we're a Motor Trend certified dealer.
Right.
We're the only Motor Trend certified dealer in the state of Tennessee. What that means, usually you can't certify a used vehicle unless you own the brand.
Right.
So naturally, we can certify a GM, a Kia, but we can't certify a BMW, Mercedes, anything like that. We can now because we're Motor Trend certified. So we can certify any brand that we don't own, a Ford, a Mercedes, a BMW, a Ferrari, any brand we don't have, a Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge. So that gives a customer a great feeling.
Right.
Because usually if you go just to a little used lot somewhere and you buy any of these imports, they're not going to have any certifications.
Right. And with y'all having the motor trend, so I didn't realize y'all were the only ones in the state, so
We
that's
are.
a huge accomplishment as well.
Yeah, now the Jackson
Okay.
and the Bartlett store is a Motor Trend certified dealer.
Sam, once again, I cannot thank you enough for allowing us to have an evening in Jackson here and for you being my guest.
Well, thank you.
And so if anybody needs to come talk about a brand new car, a used car, or a lease, they need
Well,
to come see you.
I could tell you, I need to throw this in. I just got it over the wire. They're announced, GM just announced it. It's not even out. 0% for 72 months on Tahoes, Suburbans, and Yukons.
Oh my goodness, 0 for 72%.
0%, no interest for 72 months.
Well, come see Sam at Sarah
Absolutely.
of Jackson.
All right.
We'll be right back.
In a world where savings is king, one name reigns. Sarah of Jackson and Sarah of Bartlett at the Summer Blockbuster Sales Event, featuring $12,000 off the all-new Chevy Silverado HD 2500. Also starring the 2019 Silverado Crew Cab CX, your price $33,990. And introducing the 2019 Chevy Malibu, your price $18,999. And also the Chevy Equinox LS, your price $20,988. Experience the feel-good event of the summer. Now showing at Sarah of Jackson and Sarah of Bartlett. One destination, so many choices.
Where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of West Tennessee. Every day, people walk through these doors to selflessly help others, to give without expecting anything in return. So where is the American spirit? It's right here, in the people of Lifeline, our community's blood bank, where we all come together to help each other, and the American spirit thrives.
Ask what you can do for your country.
At First Bank, this is what we want for our customers and our community.
We put family first.
We want our community to be first.
We put our schools first.
We put our business community first.
We put our online banking first.
We put our customers first.
We're a bank that puts you first.
We want you to know what we stand for at First Bank.
We put you first at First Bank. Visit one of our locations today.
First Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to An Evening in Jackson. I'm your host, Kristi Turnbow, and we're filming live tonight at Sarah of Jackson right on the bypass. You know, we're being brought to you by E Plus Broadband. Once again, JEA is celebrating 60 years, and E Plus TV6 is celebrating 15 years. We're coming up to one of my favorite parts of the entire show, food, fun, and fashion. So I'm going to go through a few little fun food facts or some trends that I don't know if you guys have tried or not yet. Have you tried a plant-based hamburger? What about chicken and waffle popcorn? These are just two of the biggest food trends that are happening right now. So if you haven't tried those, go find something. Also did some other little research for you guys. One of the most popular foods in the world, #1 is salad and #2 is chicken. So I don't know if that surprises anyone or not. Talking about fashion, the hottest color right now in fashion is lavender. So if you don't own something lavender, you might want to pick something up. It is the color of the moment. And with fall just around the corner, these are some of the things that you're going to need for the fall. A cape, something with an asymmetrical neckline, and a power suit. And jewel tones are going to rule the fall. All fall long, it's going to be jewel tones. Some events that are coming up. If you haven't made it out to the Jackson Generals games, please go. The last game is August the 31st. Make sure you go to the AMP. Those Friday night concerts are incredible. And high school football right here on E Plus TV6 begins on August 30th with Chester County and Jackson Christian. A little fun fact about Jackson, I always try and throw this in. Waffle House, the founder of Waffle House, Mr. Joe Rogers, was from right here in Jackson. Once again, with E Plus Broadband, we couldn't do this without you guys, but we also want to give a big thank you to Sarah of Jackson right here on the bypass and Mr. Sam Hamady, the owner, who was our guest earlier this evening, and also Mr. Dave Bratcher, the Star Center president. Once again, I hope you've got something great and fabulous planned for your next evening in Jackson, and we'll see you next time on An Evening in Jackson.